Hey everyone, this is PrinceWatercress, and welcome back to Let's Play Leisure Suit Larry, Wet Dreams Don't Dry. We got quite a bit of stuff done, and I went past 40 minutes again, because game pacing and how it works. Couple things I need to mention before I start this video. One, when you get the Pyphone, you get an achievement for it called Late Adopter. I should have mentioned that in the last video, but I completely forgot about it. You do get an achievement for getting the Pyphone for the very first time. Assuming it's your first time playing and making it to that point. Once again, the achievement is called Late Adopter. 2, why is this a joystick? Because we're playing a game that requires just a mouse. It's just point and click. 3, well, I can't really complain about the load save icon because the 1.44 megabyte disk has always been used as a save file icon. At least since the 90s. So that's a thing. And also, I just now realized that the thing holding the menu is really a Pyphone on its side. It took me forever to figure that out. I thought it was a tablet or something, but nope. It's not that. It's not even a joystick or buttonless Nintendo Switch controller or Nintendo Switch period. It's a Pyphone. So last time, we managed to get some things done. We have the Timber app. We can get around on Unter. And I forgot to do that again, but I'm recording this after I recorded the second video. I usually do 2 videos a day. And because of that, I'm able to continue right from where I stopped in the second video. So, we have some things that we can do now. We now have the ability to use the Timber app. And also, we have an exclamation point on the Unter app. Whenever you see this hot pink circle with the white exclamation point on it, that means there's new things for it, and you should check it out. So let's check out the Timber app. And that was not how we looked when our picture was being taken at all. But there's the nickname we picked. There's the quote we picked. There's everything else that Finley set up for us. And I don't even know why these are there. They're really supposed to be for this thing. Or actually this thing, the heart with the check mark on it. No, that's the matches that we got. We got 3 matches so far. We got Dick Ryder and his probably phallic as that sounds. That probably isn't a real name for like probably thousands of people, so I can kind of get away with saying that. There's Lemma, musician, obviously a rock and roller, and we have Aaron from the back room. So we will be meeting with them eventually, and they have a lot more points than we do. But we will be interacting with them at points in the game. Why else would they be there? But we also have this part. This part is completely optional. You just get a bunch of people that you can match. Some of the people you will see on the actual matches you have, some you won't. Swipe left if you don't like them. Swipe right if you do. I'm just gonna go until I start seeing things repeating. Sure, why not? Not really. It doesn't really matter which direction you swipe because this whole part of the Timber app does not even matter at all in the game, but it is kind of cool to go through this whenever you do get new suggestions, which Pi will tell you if you do have new suggestions, so you can see everybody. And yeah, that's pretty vulgar. No, she already hates me. Do they all go in the same order? Yeah, they do all go in the same order. Okay, then. And of course we can click on the left option, the left icon, to see our own profile. And go back here to see who we've matched with. So, we can click out of that and we can go to Unter. Aaron's going to be at Lefty's bar. Lemma and Dick are going to be at this new area, the new Las Wages Strip. We might as well go ahead and go over there. Why not? I don't know how long this video is going to be. I usually try to make my videos 20 minutes, but you never know what's going to happen. And the pacing was kind of slow, and I wanted to get through all of the beginning stuff as soon as possible. Once you get the Timber app, the game kind of starts to pick up a little bit. So we can go into the Salon du Lizard. That's one of the places we can go. And we can go over there. And there's Metallica there on the far left. But we can also interact with these two.
What is this place?
Hello, welcome to the Salon de Lizard, the most individual, underground, hip, and veganist bar in town. Here, you can get anything you want, and it's all gluten-free.
Gluten? Just what is that supposed to be? Hey, does it taste good?
Breathe evenly, Everett. Remember India.
This is Atticus and Everett, the two guys in charge of the Salon du Lizard. Well, we can go through all these options. I'm going to start with this one first.
This place is pretty neat for a bar.
Oh, we're really subculture here, I think.
There's some really rough graffiti under the paint on the walls.
And if you couldn't already tell by some of the stuff here, this is a vegan bar, but I think you kind of find that out in case it's not obvious just by going through the dialogue options.
Beer, please?
Sorry, we're all out of organic natural pale ale.
Did you know that natural ingredients rot pretty quickly without preservatives?
Let's ask what else they have on the menu, because this is how you find out this is a vegan establishment.
What else do you have on the menu?
We've got chai latte, maca latte, normal latte, and a really stiff latte.
Don't say it, Larry.
Stiff?
And of course, he says it.
All with soy milk, naturally.
Plus falafel and halloumi sandwiches, more avocado dishes than I could list here now,
All regionally sourced and organic.
and gluten-free bread to try out.
So, what'll it be?
So, not only hipsters, but also so-called millennials. Fun. Now, we could choose a beer, please, but Atticus and Everett will just get slightly miffed at us. Let's do the first two options. I'll start with the latte.
I'll have a latte, please.
Gladly. That'll be $12.
What? I'd get a latte cheaper somewhere else.
Oh, I just noticed that the soy milk's expired.
Do you still need it?
Normally, we throw these out for the dumpster divers, but okay, here.
So we now have some expired soy milk. We'll be taking a look at that later. Let's talk about the bread.
Is the bread free?
Yeah, somehow it's not too popular. So, we're offering it for people to try.
Well, keep it coming.
So we've got some bread as well. I'll go ahead and go back to this.
I don't think I want anything after all.
And from there, we can go to this last option, where we can talk about the beards.
Don't those beards make you sweat?
Not at all, actually.
We were wondering earlier whose beard is more impressive. What do you think?
I kind of like Everett's better, honestly.
That shiny gold beard is great.
Grease makes my gold
see.
But that's not vegan.
But it's worth it.
And from here,
I'll see you later.
there's nothing more that we can say to them for now. There is a book under glass, but we won't be able to get it. There's a gramophone, but we really have no reason to mess with it. And there is a vegan licorice wheel. I won't be touching that quite yet. Let's just go ahead and talk to Lemma. Had to rub my eye there for a second. And it doesn't really matter which one we pick from here.
I'm your turbo laugher.
If that was supposed to be some sort of pickup line, it was unusual.
Hey, thanks.
Oh, I didn't mean that as a... never mind.
My name is Larry. Larry Laugher? At your service. Always.
Lemma-talica. Rockin' out. Always.
And Lemma seems pretty cool, from what I can gather here. Doesn't really matter which dialogue option we pick. I'll go ahead and pick the second one.
I like your style.
Thanks. Feel free to imitate it, but I like your retro look too.
Oh, I guess you can pick the second one first and then go straight to the first one.
Would you go out with me?
You don't waste any time, do you? I like that. After my concerts, I always feel the need to have a good time.
And Lemma seems direct and to the point here.
You don't waste any time.
Yep, but I need groupies that can take it.
So that's why you match me on Timber.
Nah, I match everyone so they come to my concerts.
Oh, okay.
Well, that's one way to do it, I guess. And just like the last set of dialogue options, it doesn't matter what you pick here either.
I'm not the kind of guy for a casual quickie.
Okay then, just forget the whole thing.
Wait, that was a joke.
But first, my gig has to actually take place. Hey, there are still posters to be hung up, and my drummer disappeared. Didn't show up for sound check. Wanted to grab a drink in some nasty rundown bar on the beach. If I could only remember the name.
I can do the poster stuff.
Oh, thank you so much. That would really help me out. Here you go.
And we now have the posters. We will be able to hang those up. There are a few places that we can hang them, and one of them is right here, where this poster is.
And that's another one gone.
Alright. Well, after that Queen reference, we've got one of the posters
What's up?
put up. Let's continue talking to Lemma. She did mention that her drummer just went somewhere. Oh, we should...
Where should I hang the posters?
All over the city. Hey, look for places where there are already posters. Just stick mine beside her on top of the others.
Doesn't that bother anyone?
Not me. Hey, let me know when you've hung them all up.
Okay, so that's a pretty good clue. But thankfully the game and the spacebar kind of helps out with where you can put the posters anyway.
Your drummer disappeared?
Yeah, and we can't do the gig without him, unfortunately. Last time I saw him, he wanted to go for a drink in some nasty rundown bar on the beach, but I can't remember the name of the bar.
A case for Detective Larry. I won't rest until this case is solved, baby.
Well, he may have been at Lefty's. We may have to ask Lefty about him. And of course, the question we all want an answer to.
When are you gonna go out with me?
Be patient a little longer. After my concerts, I always feel the need to have a good time. Believe me, it's worth it. I'm really fired up, and I could use a groupie.
Alright.
See you in a bit.
And apparently they seem to be working on something again. I'm guessing it's the guys from yesterday who were working on the lights. Or maybe one of the guys who... Maybe the guys who work down in maintenance where I live. Anyway, there's a Maca plant here. We'll be dealing with that later. I'll get that when the time is right. And I'll also click on this shroud when the time is right. So for now, let's go back to the strip. There are still some things that we can do. Such as the leisure suite.
Hey, wait a second. I know that face.
And this is Dick Ryder, who we saw on Timber. Doesn't really matter which one you pick, all of these dialogue options are pretty funny. This one makes the most sense, at least to me, though.
Please don't tell me you're my long-lost son.
You forgot to mention in your profile how quick-witted you are.
Profile? You mean we're friends on that timber thing?
Exactly. But as far as I'm concerned, we can be more than just friends.
Again, it's up to you to pick which one you want.
Best friends?
That too, of course, but with benefits.
Oh, well, I've never been to a benefit before. Can you wear white there?
Your outfit is totally ageless, handsome.
My sensors are better than this guy's eyes.
Your profile picture, on the other hand, it doesn't do you justice.
He's lucky he doesn't know what it looks like below the belt.
Look, I'm going to make you a great offer.
And once again, it's up to you which one to pick.
Oh, you want to give me your hairstyle?
Tempting thought, but no. How about I set up a proper photo shoot for you?
What's that supposed to be good for?
Profiles with professional photos achieve 86.8% more matches on Timber.
Okay, should I take my clothes off now?
Maybe not right away. First, we need to find a romantic place for the shoot.
Don't worry. Romance is in my blood.
There's no doubt about that. Let me know when you have some place where we can take those photos.
Well, that will be interesting. That will be very interesting. So anyway, we are now in the leisure suite, which is obviously the adult toy shop. I guess you could kind of call it that. Okay, you can't click on that yet. There's a... Oh! Okay, you just click on it. The game doesn't tell you can interact with it, but you can click on it, and you get an achievement. Okay, that's how it works. Okay. I've never tried doing that before, but we can also talk to Bay.
What can I do for you?
Impressive selection, ma'am. I, assume you put everything through its paces?
Well, I've definitely gotten deeper into it than a kid like you.
Could you recommend something ladies really enjoy?
Normally, I'd recommend the Sex Panther. But after that whole thing with the news anchor, it's not allowed anymore. First off, I'd recommend that you take a shower, young man. A long, long shower. You look like you haven't touched water since the 80s.
Do you have, like, regular customers?
Of course, but don't get your hopes up. I don't have a loyalty card for dildos.
It's a good idea, though.
Yeah, this is where the dialogue gets a little mature.
I'll come back a little later. Don't go dying on me now.
I look fitter than you do.
His pulse and blood sugar are really bad, too.
And of course, not only does Pi have a little bit of spunk to her, but she also has a bit of a sense of humor as well. And of course, just like ProtoPie, there are times where our pie can't even stand us. Also, let's see if we can check out the back room.
Hey, get away from there.
Why? What's back there?
Nothing at all.
You know, I think it'd be better if we picked the second option for this one.
I bet back there is where all the really kinky, perverted stuff happens.
We don't have that kind of thing here. The leisure suite offers everything the heart or the body part of your choice desires.
But that obviously belongs to this store.
No, this is it.
My information indicates another shop at this address.
Cheeky little tramp. Oh, whatever. Come on, I'll show you what's back there. Come with me and see the double life I lead. It's a quickie mart.
So we have ourselves a regular grocery store in the back. It's probably got to be in here for some reason. So let's ask.
Why is the normal shop in the back room?
Because it's just too embarrassing. Without the quickie mart, I would have had to close the leisure suite long ago. It's all that damn internet's fault. And now that people can see all the skin games they want on the internet, they've stopped coming here. And whoever invented neutral packaging should be ashamed of themselves. Anyway, the only thing keeping me afloat is having this place, too. So now you know my dirty little secret. Feel free to look around.
Well, nothing wrong with that. So there's this slushie machine right behind us. We're not going to mess with that quite yet. You can get a slushie, but there's no reason for us to get one yet. There's also this watermelon, this kale, and these rainbow hair extensions, but you can click on any of them.
Hands off, kid. That's only for customers who use Prune Pal.
Prune Pal is a payment app from Prune and only available to company employees.
Oh, well.
So we won't be able to get those yet. And that's pretty much all that there is to this area. Can we talk to B?
Feel free to look around.
Not here. Okay. And from here we'll be able to do... Well, actually all we can really do now is leave the pleasure suite. We can take this with us, but if we try to, Bea will notice that we're taking this unicorn head, and we will be forced to leave without it. So, we can't get that quite yet. Also, I should probably mention that if I double-click on a door, I can just leave instantly without having to wait for Larry to go through the door. And of course, there is also a gym that we can go to. There's also a poster wall right there too. And there is a dog with a chew toy. There's a first aid kit. There is a bowling ball, which we don't really have a use for yet. And there's a poster wall right here too. Let's go ahead and use the poster here.
That's another one gone.
There was another place we could have put the poster there, but at the leisure suite. I'll have to remember to do that when I leave this place. But we can talk to Steven, or Thievin.
Hey. Can I use the gym?
Of course, but it's for the members only.
And we do not have any membership here, so we can't do anything.
What's the secret to your sculpted body?
You noticed, huh? Of course. You have to train really hard. I pump iron every single day, but I also have a secret recipe.
And it doesn't really matter which thing you pick here. You'll just get the same response every time.
Muscle shirts that build muscle?
No, I drink nothing but protein shakes.
Again, it doesn't matter. You just pick the option that seems right for you.
You're gonna explode.
Well, keep working at it. You could do it.
And from here,
Keep
We-
it up and stay fit.
We can leave. We can put a poster here.
And that's another one gone.
And we can go to the leisure suite and put the poster up there. Just click on the poster, put it right here on the poster wall on the front of the counter.
What are you putting up there?
Just some advertising.
For what?
Let's say a new toy. Why not? That'll work.
For a new sex toy?
Oh, interesting. Let me see that. That's a strange-looking gizmo. Go ahead and stick it up.
And that's another one gone.
That, amazingly, is the option you're supposed to use. The other two will not work. Let's choose the first option.
So, do you have a really great sex machine in stock?
Sure. Built it myself. Used to have a lover working road construction and got a really good deal on a used jackhammer. But it's pretty worn down now and has a thick crust on it.
They say that happens with age.
At any rate, it's definitely time for me to build a new sex machine. One that really bangs. Thanks for the suggestion, kid.
You're very welcome. I'm looking forward to seeing the result.
I was about to say that that's a bit TMI, but at the same time, that will factor into our quest a little later on. And there we go. I double-clicked that time, and I was able to leave in that way. Yeah, I did do it solo in the Lizard. And there's actually a few more places where I can go. Put a poster. First of all, we need to go back to Lefty's. Now, you can put a poster wall, or rather a poster on this poster wall, and that'll be the end of it. But you can also interact with this trash can. Strangely, you can use the poster with the trash can. Let's see what happens.
I don't want to throw that away.
we unlocked an achievement. Lazybones. Try to cheat when distributing the posters. Also, there is a stray dog here. That stray dog was not here before.
Good doggy. I don't want your stupid bone anyway. I already have enough in my body. Good dog.
Okay, well, we can interact with the dog. Okay, we can't interact with the chew toy. But nevertheless, there is a poster wall right here. Let's put a poster right over here.
And that's another one gone.
And there's one here. Let's go ahead and do that.
And that's another one gone.
I never clicked on the low-res picture, obviously a reference to the earlier games.
That's fine just the way it is.
And
That's fine.
yeah, that's all he says if you click on it. There's also a poster wall here, but this one's a little interesting because if you use the poster on this wall,
I can hang that there. There are always a lot of people here. Well, at least Lefty and Aaron. And that's another one gone. Uh-oh.
but when we do that,
What the hell is this? Did Lefty wall someone in there?
indeed he did.
Somehow that seems familiar.
That's because that is the pimp from the very first game. Apparently he was walled into this room some time ago. That there used to be more to this room, but apparently it's been walled off for whatever reason. And you can see his gold tooth simmering.
He won't miss
We might as well take it because he's not going to need it. And because I took it at the right time, that is now happening. You can see the glistening effect forever. Which is kind of weird. Didn't think you could do that. And there was a poster wall in the bathroom. And it's right where the old bathroom was walled off. So, if we use a poster on this wall...
Darn, the wall is too moist.
we won't be able to get it to hang all the way. We can leave the bar, but we will have to take the poster back with us. Ew. And we need to find a way to hang it up. Well, that's what the darts on the dartboard are here for. That's why I didn't take them right away. Let's go back to the toilet. Let's go back to the stack of posters. Let's put one on the wall again.
Darn, the wall is too moist.
And from here, we can use darts to hang them up.
I can use that to pin up the poster. I'm going to keep one dart, just in case I have to defend myself. And that's another one gone.
And I believe that is the last of them? No? There's more? I'll have to pay attention. Ah, of course, I remember now. There was the poster wall next to the entrance to Prune. We need to head over there right away and use it. So let's put the poster right here.
And that's another one gone.
And I believe... no, that's not it. Where else? I'm pretty sure we used... did we use it outside of... oh, right. I think we may have not used one on the strip. Did we not use it outside of the gem? That's the only thing I can think of. No, we did put it there. Okay, we did it outside and inside. I know for a fact that we did it at Leisure Suite. We did it there.
What's up?
Okay, that's just the ones that we can do for now. Okay, I thought we were done. We're just done for now. We're not done completely.
See you in a bit.
Had to check my notes that I got in front of me just to make sure. So now that we've taken care of that, we might as well go back. Wait, can we talk to Atticus and Everett about the drummer?
Welcome to the salon.
Yes, I know. Okay, we talked
See you
to
later.
them about the drummer yet.
What's up?
Your drummer disappeared?
Yeah, and we can't do the gig without him, unfortunately. Last time I saw him, he wanted to go for a drink in some nasty rundown bar on the beach, but I can't remember the name of the bar.
A case for the... I won't...
Okay, we already did that already. So let's go ahead. And head back to Lefty's. I can't believe we're going to get another nearly 40-minute video again. So much for that. Because I forgot that this is how you're supposed to activate everything else for this at the Salon de Lazard.
Well,
Now that you know about Lemma's drummer, this is now a dialogue option.
was one of your guests tonight a drummer?
It wasn't exactly rush hour tonight, but I don't remember any drummer. Well, at least nobody had a drum kit with them. Can you describe him a little better?
Unfortunately, we know nothing about the drummer in Lemma's band.
Not at the moment. I'll ask again later.
Maybe I could remember if you can describe him better. Name, clothes, facial features, character description, peculiar habits.
Yeah, I get it.
And there's nothing else that we can
See you
do
later,
here.
Lefty.
So, we might as well go ahead and call it a video. And I am going to save the game. Alrighty then. Okay, back to the menu, and I'll finally call it. Join me next time where we go through more of New Lost Wages. We'll be heading back to the Salon du Lézard to learn more about Lemma's drummer. And maybe we'll be able to find out where he's been. Because that's really the only thing that we can do at this point. Until then, this is PrinceWatercress. Take care, stay safe, and thanks for watching!